Police intimidation, refusals to cooperate. It's what happened when police officers were faced with a possible complaint against one of their own. The Fox Files caught it all on tape after teaming up with a national organization that specializes in police training.
Investigative reporter Chris Hayes shows how quickly it can escalate from verbal intimidation, physical arrest.
I'm raising my voice a little bit. That's fine with me. But
a Belnor officer gets agitated when asked for a complaint form.
I'm not trying to be ignorant or anything else, dude.
We hired Greg Slate, the director of the Police Complaint Center, to find out what happens here when a citizen tries to file a complaint against a police officer.
And at a bare minimum, a citizen should always be offered the opportunity to make their complaint in writing.
When Slate walked into the Maplewood Police Department, the officer gave him a form with this warning.
If it's unfounded, okay, you can suffer civil repercussions here.
What do you mean unfounded?
Well, the officer can sue if it's found to be an invalid complaint, just so you know ahead of time.
Reddit Hudson is a former St. Louis police officer who now works with the ACLU. He looked at our video and explained a citizen would only get into trouble for lying and that this officer's tactics are intimidating.
Inherently, you feel like if this person is determining whether or not my complaint is unfounded, then maybe I have a problem even trying to initiate this action.
Maplewood chief said a warning is fair, but agreed a citizen probably would not get into trouble unless caught lying. In Florissant, the officer pushed Slate for information.
What officer are we talking about? What's his name? You have to talk to his immediate supervisor.
Slate just wants to know about the process.
She is like a form they fill out. Yeah, all right. Could I have that?
For what officer?
I mean,
you cannot take it with you. You fill it out here.
Florissant's chief said the officer's statement to Slate was not true. Citizens can take a form with them. He said policy on filing complaints is posted in the lobby to inform citizens. Slate even spotted it that night and kept pressing the officer until he was finally able to walk out with an official form.
This was another example of how persistence pays off.
But no matter how hard Slate persisted in Belnor, the officer refused to give him a form, even though it is Belnor's policy to give citizens access.
A lot of people will come off the street just to file a complaint to say, I want to get money from this police department. I want to sue you for whatever because they're making up.
This officer questioned Slate for nearly 20 minutes and asked the same question about 20 times.
Did it happen tonight? Did it happen anything with this officer?
So is there there's not like just a form that I could just take? Something like that?
Am I not speaking English? I'm not speaking English. I'm just asking you. Did something happen tonight?
That question is motivated by, did one of my friends do it?
Hudson says a citizen complaint should be in writing.
There's any number of reasons why a person may not feel comfortable talking to you.
Hudson made special note of this exchange.
Okay, what it sounds like to me is you're just making this up as you go along.
Well, right now, sir, you're not giving me no information, and right now it seems like you're being uncooperative.
So you are making it up as you go along?
Yes, I am, because you're being uncooperative with me.
No, it's important for people to know that too many times that's exactly what happens.
Belnor's police chief agreed to an interview, but when we arrived, he canceled, saying his police commissioner told him not to talk. Instead, he gave us his policy, which says citizens have the right to file complaints, but an officer might ask enough information to make sure you're in the right place. Pine Lawn Police also wanted to know who the complaint was about.
Well, I just want to make sure it's our department you're talking about. When you say you cops.
Yeah, I know where I am.
This is Pine Lawn Police Department. You didn't see the sign out there when you say you cops?
This officer did not stop pressing until Slate walked out. Then he dragged him back in.
What am I under arrest for, man?
So you comply.
Comply with what?
You're in a government building, man. Do you understand what government know what that means?
We tracked down Pine Lawn's police chief. An arrest for failure to comply. What is that?
Just about nothing. To be perfectly honest, just about nothing. Fail to comply with what? His orders?
Tomorrow, we'll break down the arrest, what led to it, what the police chief plans to do about it, and why it's not a first for our tester. For the Fox Files, I'm Chris Hayes.